seems that the best stories always start with once upon a time. There was a little steam engine chugging down the track. Chug, chug, puff, puff, chug, chug, puff, puff, ding, ding. This was a happy little engine, for she had the opportunity to carry a plethora of toys and dolls. There were toy animals on board, long-necked giraffes, fuzzy bears with no necks at all, and a happy little clown. There were toy dolls on board, curly blonde hair, blue-eyed dolls. There were brown-eyed dolls with ponytails pulled back, and the clown that had, lost my adjective, and a clown that was merrily dressed. But not only did she have the opportunity to carry all these toys, she was also carrying good food for the children to eat. And the good food would be things like dark green leafy vegetables, organically grown fruits, and gluten-free, naturally sweetened cookies. She was a happy engine to be pulling all of this. And she was chugging merrily along the track when all of a sudden, without any warning, she came to a jerky halt. She tried to start her engine again, but it wouldn't go. The wheels just wouldn't turn. She was broken down. All the toys on board started to feel very sad because they realized that they may not make it to their destination. They had to go over the mountain to the other side of the children that were waiting for them. What were they going to do? Suddenly the clown jumped up and said, "Don't worry, there are other engines that can carry us. Look now." And they looked down the sidetrack, and up was coming a shining new engine. They jumped off the train and ran over to the sidetrack and waved their arms and their flags, and they got the engine to stop. And they said, "Won't you help us? Our engine has broken down, and we have to go over the mountain." The shining engine paused for a moment and then said, "I am a passenger engine. I pull very important people in my dining car or my sleeper car. I pull the likes of you? Certainly not." It puffed off down the track. They were starting to feel sad again when they all noticed that there was a big black steam engine coming down the line. And they waved their arms again, and they got the steam engine to stop. And they said, "Won't you help us? Our engine has broken down, and we have to go over the mountain." And the steam engine said, "I am an important engine. I have just pulled machines and equipment over the mountain to the factories on this side. I pull the likes of you? Certainly not." And he puffed off with a big cloud of black smoke. Again, they were starting to feel very low and very sad when they saw another train coming down. But this one was an older train and tired. And the train came to a hissing stop, and they said, "Won't you help us get over the mountain? We're broken down." And the train said, "I'm so tired. I have worked so hard already today. I can't possibly help you." And she hissed on down the track saying, "I cannot, I cannot, I cannot." They all cried out, "What are we going to do?" when they noticed another train coming down the side track. And this was a little blue engine. And the little blue engine was coming up the track, and she noticed the toys waving their arms, and she came to a stop and said, "What is the matter? What can I do?" And they said, "Our train is broken down, and we have to get over the mountain in order for the children on the other side to receive us. Would you help us pull us over the mountain?" And the shiny blue engine stopped for a moment and thought, "I'm not built for this kind of work. I'm a roundhouse train. I've never even been over the mountain before." She thought a little while longer, and then she looked at all the toys and said, "I'm a very little engine, but I will try." And she said, "Everyone get back on board, and I'll hook up to the train." So she hooked up to the train, and she started to go forward. She pulled with all of her might. Chug, chug, puff, puff, chug, chug, puff, puff. And all the toys started to cheer as they were making their way up. And she started up the mountain, and she was going chug, chug, puff, puff. And it started to get steeper, and it started to get harder, and she was pulling hard against the heavy weight of the train. She started, and everyone got quiet to listen. And they heard her say, "I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." And she pulled harder, she got closer and closer to the top. "I think I can, I think I can, I think I can." And as they crested the top and the last car went over the engine, they all cheered happily. And they went down the hill and they heard the engine say, "I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could." And they pulled into the train station on time.